Hey YouTubers, here comes what I think is just a beautiful video and I hope you enjoy it. It's more from my trip out west to Washington State, and this is the Olympic Peninsula, and we're going to head down this road. It's about 20-mile road outside of Port Angeles, and as you can see those mountains in the background, there's kind of what we're heading to get us some good views, and they are some spectacular views. The road is pretty easy to find. It's off the 101 and it's called Deer Park Road because it's going up to Deer Park, which is at the top. This is the point where in the fall and winter the road is closed because it turns to gravel for about 9 miles. Some of the video has the light flashing and stuff like that, which I apologize for. But as you hang on longer in this video, please hang on longer. You'll enjoy it. You'll see how steep it is and how in some spots this road's kind of treacherous. You really have to be careful. And I will also admit I suffer from a fear of heights a bit, so I probably was not a fun passenger on this trip. I was a little tense. Normally it's just a slight fear that I have, and this was pretty good on my scale. This had me going in some spots that you'll see later. But the road goes up winding and just a continuing switchbacks to get elevation up Blue Mountain to get up to, again, Deer Park, where at the top there is some camping and some hiking trails and stuff like that. Now, if you don't want to watch the drive up there, go to 1050 in the video to see the top. But again, you're going to miss some cool views. This part is through the woods and not too exciting, I guess. It's beautiful if you drive it, and as you'll see, we pass some cars where there's not a lot of room and you can get a little bit nervous. But again, that's all coming up as we drive up and up. And the video, like this section here, is sped up about 2 times speed, and then this is a section that's at normal speed. I tried not to go too fast, like that driver was going way too fast in my opinion. Lucky we didn't see him further up the mountain. But I tried to make it so you could get a good idea of an awesome drive and place to visit if you happen to go up the Olympic Peninsula in Washington. Put this on your list. There you can see where the side of the road, the right side, is starting to drop off pretty quickly, and more of that. There's no guardrails. Again, 2 cars. 1 car has to pull over a little bit to let people go by, so it's a pretty interesting road, but it makes for a great day. Just be nice to people if you get nervous. Also note, this is an RV channel. I travel in my van, if you haven't watched my videos before. And there are signs that say you shouldn't do that, and the website, which I'm going to include in the description block of this about this area, suggests not taking vans, big vans and RVs up here. And that's a very good suggestion. I would not drive my van up this road. There's no way I'd do it. I will also say, if you're watching this video on a cell phone, I feel sorry for you because you're not getting any of the scope. You can see right there how quickly the side of the road goes away. Not overly fond of this.
I don't need it to keep going.
If you're to go over that, you're in a whole heap of trouble. Also, we were listening to like a podcast going up here, so everything you're hearing is me editing afterwards in some voice. There was some original voice and some coming up, but the rest is edited.
Most people like this guy.
And as I normally do, I'm going to stick in some music and I'll talk a little bit more as we go up this wonderful drive. And you can see nervous people trying to give each other a little bit of space. It's closer than a GoPro makes it look. Also, if you're going up here to hike or to camp, there's no water up here, so you have to bring your own, and you obviously have to pack in and pack out, and it's obviously tent camping and hiking up here. There is not an RV campground at the top of this mountain. This drive is pretty sensational. Again, if you've hung on this long, I'd say keep hanging on because the views get better and better on this windy turn until, again, 1050 when I have the still shots on top. Again, like I've said a couple times, you can see when you pass another vehicle, it's pretty close. So if that makes you nervous and the sides dropping off like right here make you nervous while watching a video, this might not be the road for you. Okay, now I'm going to try to find some music and stick in some music, and I'll do a little bit more talking as we make our way up this beautiful mountain. See, that's a little close to the edge there. Also, when I speed it up, it's just 2 times normal speed, so you can go in settings and slow it down if it's bothering you, if it's too fast. But, you know, I'm trying to make the video not be 3 hours long, because I did record every drive, every minute of the drive up there, but I've obviously cut it way back so you can see where these views open up to you. Just spectacular. We saw a car up ahead and had to wait, and then figured that not everyone figures out that there's wider spots to pass, and they kind of just sit there. It's hard to get them to move sometimes when they're nervous. And that edge is right there. I will again admit I do have a bit of fear of heights that normally doesn't bother me, but this was probably one of my more tense days being a passenger driving up here. And to be honest, I don't know if I'd have done any better driving myself, but now that it's over and I made it through without too much problem. See, that's dropping off pretty quick right there. This might give you a rough moment, but I'd do it again. I'd go back again. As you can see, getting higher and higher, and the views are going to start opening up a lot more pretty soon. It's spectacular. Deer Park, if you get to Washington, check it out. And take a deep breath a couple times if you have a fear of heights. Be advised, there are moments when the glare blinds the GoPro. They also blind your eyes when you're going up here, so that's a lot of fun. So the reward of getting to the top is about to come, but I think the drive up itself is a reward. Made it up to the top of this beautiful place, and again, there's camping here, there are hiking trails, and a lot of good things to do. Didn't stay very long, but enjoyed every second of it. Hope you enjoy these pictures. Again, Deer Park, amazing place. Take Deer Park Road, then walk these trails and get some sights like this. It's just stunning, isn't it? Stunning. Didn't love the drive up. I was pretty tense. Got laughed at. Deservedly so. Getting buzzed by bugs. But it's beautiful, isn't it? Just stunning. So the time at the top is over, and now it's time to drive back down, and I could not show you a little bit more of it going down. And the benefit of going down is you're not on the cliff side of it, you're not on the drop-off side, so it's not as nerve-wracking for those that have problems with heights and whatnot, but it's still just as beautiful. As I said earlier, there's some motorcycles were going by. One person wanted us to get by before they'd keep going. But as I said before, a lot of the year this is closed. So you have to come basically in the summer. Early spring has probably still got snow, and when fall comes, it usually comes to the mountains a little sooner. So you have summer to get up here pretty much. And again, well worth it. Just an amazing day. That I hope, just a little bit of hope, that this video turns out for people that might want to go explore this and see this with their own eyes and just revel in the beauty of it. As I near the end, I have to stop myself and realize that I'm just a very fortunate person in the video we're catching up to somebody. I'm fortunate that I get to have great travels like this, and even more so, I'm so fortunate that I have some really good, great friends that make stuff like this possible for me. I wouldn't have been able to have half the fun as I had here, but I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get to do some of these great things and have a great and wonderful day.